Welcome and welcome back to the Flow of Life Tarot. We are going to have a look at the flow of the week ahead. This will be timeless, so whenever you watch it, jump in and take it from when you start, so the week going forward. I probably won't be posting another video for a few days at least, so I thought this is a nice bit of guidance just to jump in and see where the river is, see where the flow is headed. And when I picked up the deck, the sun card was at the bottom of the deck, which is a lovely, lovely bright symbol for the week ahead, regardless of how things are feeling and the energy's swirling round. I hope you're doing well. So, Andean cross. Well, this is beautiful. It's like gold. I don't know how to adjust the lighting. I might have a play with that in a minute. And then midweek, the Sweat Lodge. Okay. And then we've got the Moon card towards the end of the week. Right. Some pretty powerful energies taking us through the week. Can you see that? Andean cross. Beautiful. So, and when I picked up this tarot earlier, I saw the Judgment at the bottom of the deck as well, which I thought was quite interesting. The Sun and Judgment making themselves known. Okay, there's going to be an alarm beeping in a minute. I'm going to have to go and stop that. Right. Yes, taking a moment to pause, to ground, to seat yourself in your soul, feel yourself in your body. A moment to pause, to breathe, to be, to release, to let go. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's just slide into these energies. Nice for the week ahead. I can already tell I've got interruptions again, so that might feel like the week has some interruptions. Isn't that interesting? We've got this Andean cross, which I'm seeing sort of that beautiful Aztec gold. Like the City of Gold, like all these sorts of lovely symbolisms, the City of Gold, all that sort of mythology. And then we've got the Five of Pentacles here, which is, the gold is really standing out at this point. And of course, this represents sort of the sense of abandonment and not being nourished, not being received, not being welcome, literally out in the cold. And especially at like the worst moments when you need the most compassion and love and care. They're sort of in absolute tatters and tethers and vulnerable and need food and nourishment, and they need warmth and gold and light. So, okay, sec. Right, I just had to pause that. So, connecting and regrounding. And look, I'm seeing this anchor here, noticing it more specifically. What you really need is this grounding and anchoring of the Pentacles energy, of the 3D world, the material world, the nourishment, that which anchors, that feels like home, that is that warm, guiding light home. And we see that here, that's why I feel this warmth and this sort of sense of guiding light, and this sort of gateway that takes you home. I know this is a cross, so it's like the compass and the gateway and the invitation and the welcoming home. So I really feel like whenever you're watching this, the beginning of your week is going to just be, yes, perhaps highlighting these feelings of abandonment, loss, poverty, impoverishment, malnourishment, not getting the help and the support you needed, feeling out in the cold, literally. And, there's warmth inside, there's a building, you're right next to it. So it is available, it's just not forthcoming for whatever reason. And this coming with the Andean cross, it's pointing this out, but saying it's here, it is here for you. It may be lacking in material, physical reality, but it's here for you in every other sense. And that's, and that's a truth. It's not wishful thinking. It's so draw on this, draw on the power of that Andean cross, that gold, that beautiful, nourishing warmth that you feel, with that true sense of home, whatever that means to you. And I keep saying, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, so every time I move it, there's all these sort of hieroglyphs and inscriptions in the back. So there's, this is set against this beautiful ancient piece of rock which is carved, so it's solid, it's material, it's more welcoming and stronger than anything that a building could ever offer to you. So perhaps in the past you've been, looking in the wrong places. And I look how the colours are depicted in both. Okay, so we've got this beautiful turquoise that they're wearing here, and this lovely turquoise, which I'm seeing is very like Uranian colours. And we've got obviously the gold, and then we've got this sort of, well, this is very earthy colours as well. Cross. Yeah, I'm just thinking, isn't that interesting? They're using crutches. There's something in the wording with that. Hang on a sec. So thinking about the fact that this is a cross, this is Andean cross, and there are these crutches. So you already have within your material world somewhere, the resources to make the cross that you need to get you home, to get the nourishment and the materiality and the material support that you need. Okay, you've got the support here. So at the moment, these two sticks are crutches, which is sort of codependency kind of energy, a crutch, a coping mechanism, something that'll do, something that'll get you by, but it's not the ultimate thing. But you take these two crutches and you turn them into a cross, and you have this Andean cross. And it's not the cross of martyrdom, it's not the cross of sacrifice, it's not the cross of crucifixion from the Roman emperor times and perhaps before, as a form of punishment for people. It's not the cross that we associate with Jesus or Christ energy, but there is this sense of Christ light that is greater than any cross or sacrificial cross symbolism. It's funny how symbolism gets, things get appropriated and sort of like mixed in together, don't they? And then the stories and the energies of that can change somewhat. A lot going on here. So yes, if you're in this, if you're in this place of feeling just like you've got a fiver in your pocket and that's it, then it's very likely that you're going to be sweating a bit. We've got the sweat lodge next. So on one sense, you could be kind of really sweating, in that panicking, worrying, anxious sense. But also I'm seeing this detox, this clearing, this cleansing of whatever it is that actually perhaps was the cause or the culprit or the precursor to being in this sort of feeling state of impoverishment, literal, real, and with this sort of path that's being walked towards, you can see her outline, you can see her shadow. So she's been doing shadow work and she's walking into the light. So there's purification as well. And again, these colours are following through with the colours we see in both these cards. And yet we see the white here this time, which is the white here. So this purity is coming through. So it's like and there's all these lovely clouds and fresh air and this sort of dawning light. Sorry about the lighting. And look, both of these cards have this Uranian sort of energy at the top here. So there might be something coming in like a sudden flash. Uranus is that sudden inspiration, something that's just going to break things free. But let's see. Sweat Lodge. And this will be sort of middle of week, whenever you watch it, the middle part of your week ahead. The Sweat Lodge, Ace of Wands. Yeah, so that's that sort of inspired spark, that fire. You actually need a fire to create a sweat lodge, don't you? To burn off the impurities. In fact, that's what fire does, used with an anvil, Sorry, I've just zoned out. I'm looking at the beautiful sky and I can see birds like this, two of them. So burning away the impurities and the dross. Okay. And then that carries you forward to this next part of, towards the end of your week with this moon. So it is like a shift in energy, and it's the moon is, yes, our emotion and our intuition, but also it's our recorder of the subconscious patterns. That's where that's how we access the programming. And okay, let's see what we've got here. We've got the sun. So it's a positive, emotional, intuitive reset. And was I saying something about dawn or dusk? I think I was thinking it, whether or not I said it. I was thinking this could either be a sunset or a sunrise. And then I was thinking about the moon here. So it's both. You're by midweek, you're getting this sort of completion. I'm seeing this sphere here, and I was seeing the world card as well. So I feel like things do a full completion, and it's a successful result, emotionally. And the sun in astrology is the healthy ego, the radiant solar Leo ruled energy, our vibrant healthy ego self. So and the moon is this the internal soul, the spirit. In Vedic it's more the mind, but it's that inner world. And to have these in harmony together means that you're in harmony internally, deep internally, and then your expression of self. So a real sense of not quite satisfied, completion, alignment, sense of being together, yes, within oneself. So really lovely flow to the week ahead. And it's like your week ahead is addressing this energy in a very beautiful way, and bringing the sort of the purification of, I like this sweat lodge energy. It's not like you have to do a bunch of analytical work and kind of you're sweating it out. These impurities are being burnt away and sweat out. The heat of things are going to burn it away. And that's affirmed again with the sun here, this sort of burning things away. Right. Okay, I'm just pausing and seeing what we need. I'm just zoning. Right, let's get some more cards about this Five of Pentacles or the Andean Cross or together. More about that energy. No, we are going to use a different deck. That's okay. Ooh. Okay, where's the Wandering Star? So perhaps a bit more guidance regards the Andean Cross energy, accessing that. Seven of Wands. Yeah, this is acknowledging the challenges that you're facing in the traditional Rider-Waite. He's standing on higher ground, and he's got his wand, and then there's all these other wands challenging him, and he's battling them all off. But he is on high ground, and he doesn't look worn out like the Nine of Wands. And these cards have extra words, so you've got challenge and courage. So it's saying you have the capacity to deal with whatever it is that you're fending off, whether it's internal, whether it's manifest in your material world, whether it's whatever the Five of Pentacles will be referring to. Yes, that is material sort of lack, but that could be lack expressed in your material world. So that could be in your relationships, a sense of lack, or a certain relationship, or different areas of your life. Okay, you have the courage and the strength to face this challenge head on. And again, we've got this fire card, so it's saying you're not stuck. Pentacles are earth energy, so that earth energy can be, yes, it can be solid, it can be a mountain, it can be supportive, it can be phenomenal energy, but it can also be stuckness. So you're not stuck. You have the fire already, and you're heading into your week ahead with this fire and this courage. Fire in the belly. I'm seeing the star around her neck, so I'm thinking about the star card. and speaking one's truth like a star. Okay, so the Sweat Lodge with the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I was going to ask what this sort of inspired fiery awareness was. So the Hermit is going within, and the fire is here. It's inner light. That's what this. So it's not necessarily. And I was thinking this earlier. It's not necessarily like an external tower energy or Uranian energy that's external in that sense. It's this inner light, this inner fire. So it's like you draw back your resources and go within. Hermit mode does often mean like time to oneself. So maybe it is really just by midweek you just take time out. You go into the week with battle strong, energetically fired up. You draw back into a pause and recuperate your light. You'll bring your light back to you to guide you. And inner work, healing, solitude. And what did I say about sort of the shadow work? And she is solo. She's on her own. There's this one figure that you see, and she's got this one path, and it's like walking into the center of the earth with this light. So you find time and space to draw in midweek and gather yourself, gather your resources, inner work. So you do some shadow work in that sense. It might be more of a physical thing. I mean, it could be you could go and take a sauna or do some ceremonial thing like a sweat lodge. There's something about physicality. Okay, and then towards the end of this week, your week, we've got the moon and the sun. I mean, all we need now is the stars, the moon, the sun, the stars. I wouldn't be surprised if that came up. 10 of Cups and the Magician. Wow. Ooh, there's another card. Oh, look, there was a card that was at the back. Isn't that funny? I had a feeling it might pop out because I mentioned it earlier. It was just, I was trying to pull these and there was this card that was loose. That's what I said. We've got the sun, the moon, the stars. We've got it all. What more do you want in life? You've got the sun, the moon, the stars. And as if to emphasize the point, the Magician and the 10 of Cups, this manifestation. So you go from a 5 of Pentacles to sun, moon, stars, 10 of Cups, and the Magician. I mean, that's quite an epic week. that's something that most people would aim for like in a lifetime. Or a year, but for sure a lifetime. That would be a pretty awesome aim. These are a whole lot of cards here. I'm not going to take them all, but that was just sliding around. 2 of Wands. Yeah, there's all sorts of support. Spirit is supporting you. That's what I feel that's about as well. I'm not going to take these. Wow. This is pretty profound. This is a profound. Whenever you're watching this, your week ahead is profound. And if your life feels too busy and it feels like this is too much for 1 week, then view it as a glimpse into the next 6 months, the next month, the next year ahead. It's not everything has to happen at a far. As you know, time is pretty much a human construct that's very valuable in terms of the calendar time. But you've got a beautiful flow of energies here. What could happen as it came to mind is that this unfolding could flow through your week like this, and then you may find this may be a sort of platform or a like giving you a flavor of what's to come, bigger picture with your life. Look at the way it expands out as well. And so many major arcanas on the table and so many positive cards. Just the sun alone is a beautifully positive card. And of course, these are so powerful. Right, this is awesome. Wow, what a week. This is a beautiful flow. If it feels too much for a week, you may get a sense of this over your week, but this is definitely the next 6 months. 100%. This is the next 6 months from whenever you're watching this. And you're going to get a taste of it over this week. So that's awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing your energy. And probably won't post a video for at least a few days, maybe towards the end of the week. And okay, catch up soon. Take care. Bye.